Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we are here to talk to you about real estate in the Mahoning Valley. I'm Kelly Warren and I'm in the studio this morning as usual with Handsome Jim.
Good morning. I had a crazy week this week.
Why did you have a crazy week?
Because our sign guy was on vacation.
Oh.
So I got to do signs. I love doing signs.
Do you?
I do. It's weird.
That is a weird thing.
I like driving around the valley. It's so cool. I drove down to Columbiana. I was driving through.
You were everywhere because you were all the way down to.
I was in East Palestine.
Hold on, this is Jim's map. This is what we do to Handsome Jim at the office. So poor Glenn normally does this and he's amazing at it and he just gets out there and gets it done. But so Jim had to step back into this role. In like a 48-hour period, not even, Jim got to go from the Boardman office to East Liverpool, to Damascus, to Beloit, to, how far into Trumbull County were you?
I was all the way up past Masery. I was up.
Okay, so to the PA line.
Was that Berg Hill?
Yes.
Up to Berg Hill. That was cool.
So you didn't have to do Kinsman this round.
Not this
round.
It's
normally like all the way to the bottom of Columbiana County, all the way to the top of Trumbull County, like everywhere in between. Out to Lake Milton,
like
Warren. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all the local stuff, of course, Boardman, Campfield, Austintown, which maybe is a good thing to mention to our listeners. If you are not aware of what our market is, we're generally anywhere from an hour from Youngstown. So all the way to the PA line, all the way down to East Liverpool and the West Virginia line, all the way up to the lake. So Trumbull County, Ashtabula, and then over to like Akron and Cleveland, like not really into Akron and Cleveland, but up to them.
Yeah.
So we're pretty big,
It
all over the
fun.
place.
So it's the fall season, and that's one of it. I'm very lucky that I get to drive through all that. It's so beautiful.
So you're still seeing cornfields, you're seeing leaves changing,
The pretty colors of the trees, and it's funny because there's some areas where there's lots of hills and stuff, and then there's some areas where it's just flat, and I love it. I think it's cool.
I didn't know he liked it so much. I'm gonna have to bring him some more sign work.
No, it's fine.
Just let him be the sign guy.
So joining us in the studio again this week is our son. What am I calling you on the radio? We didn't discuss that. Handsomer Jim. Handsomer Jim, right here, folks, in the flesh, in the studio this weekend again.
Whatever.
He is out there selling houses and dreams.
99% of the world.
Oh,
much younger.
More hair,
really
Jim. Less balder, Jim. The list goes on.
Jim.
Yes.
Listen, I've eaten more hamburgers than he weighs. I'm just pointing that out.
Oh, poor dad.
I've probably eaten more hamburgers than I weigh.
You know what? This kid can eat.
You know what he likes is pizza.
Pizza's a big thing.
He likes anything at 2 a.m. I feel like every leftover in the fridge, every box of cereal, 2 a.m. the house is like ravished. Yes. And then he's skinny. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I'm treating him for that metabolism one day.
I can't wait till it catches up with him.
No, neither can I.
Oh, I'm totally gonna pick on you.
I've been trying.
Trying to catch me?
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, so this morning we're talking about affordability in the Valley. So with Jimmy here as a new agent, he's out there showing houses. We were talking about this before he got here this morning. I don't know if you're aware of what a great sales price and affordability our area offers. So when we've gone on vacations before, I will stop by. I'm such a nerd that I love real estate so much that even on vacation, I'm working. So I will often pop into a real estate office and talk to a local realtor in that town or pick up, open up Zillow and see what the homes around us are or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm real curious about what's going on real estate across the country even. So,
well, not only that, we have friends that are real estate agents across the country.
Yes, with the Barbara Corcoran advertising that we do. What's nice about our company, I should say, is, we've got this local owned feel because we are local owned and we're a small independent brokerage, and every dollar that we spend on advertising, we're spending right here where, it's not like you're listed with some company that's spending millions of dollars on advertising, but you know, that's being funneled into Utah and California and stuff like that. Our
Right.
dollars are being spent locally where your buyer is most likely to be. And then we're doing the internet advertising, which they can find us everywhere. But we've got this network with Barbara Corcoran and her agents across the country where we are in touch with personally the top agent in every market. So we do have a good pulse of what's going on in those
really
towns.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And even the different neighborhoods and stuff and how they feel things and see things and experience things, I think is really neat. So
Yeah, it is.
it's cool.
So with Jimmy, I was talking to him about the affordability and letting him know that, you know, not just, you know, we've got some great houses, we've got some great communities and stuff, but across the country, I believe that they say the average sale price across the country is like $185. It doesn't sound as high as some of the big markets. You know, but there are communities in California and Florida and even, you know,
I have no idea where you're
Illinois, like it's not just like those big border states that you think of, but you know, I mean, there are communities in Illinois where the average sale price is $400,000. You know,
Yeah.
so we locally have an average sale price of about $125,000 here for the valley,
Yeah.
which is so wonderful. You know,
I think so. I love it.
it is. So the
It helps keeping my
affordability.
bills down.
It does. It
So.
keeps all of our bills down. But, you know, and then we've got the easy access.
Hold on, not even just the homes, like even commercial rents and buildings and stuff like that are a heck of a lot cheaper than if you go 99% of the places in the world.
That's true.
So it's really, or in the country.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so that's really cool that people don't realize that. So
Yeah.
it's
So you
cool.
can have that true American dream right here,
Yep.
where you can purchase the home of your dreams, have it right here, affordable. You can be driving that nice car, working that good job, living in a safe community with your kids and your family where, you know, you've got family nearby and good old fashioned neighbors and that kind of stuff that we have. And then the business opportunities, like you mentioned, where you can buy a commercial building and start your own business or buy some duplexes or fourplexes and become a landlord. Like we have that affordability. We're always being approached by out of town investors on, you know, investing in our area because of the low prices.
It's really neat. It's cool.
Yeah, it is good. So I was going to lead into our fantastic location too.
Are located like Boardman or Youngstown or?
The valley as a whole, Mahoning, Trumbull, Columbiana,
Oh, I see.
so
what
like the
you're saying.
Tri-County,
Yeah.
with the easy access for, you know, if somebody works in Cleveland or Pittsburgh
Yep.
and they
that's
make
easy.
that commute. I met with a seller this week who, he actually owns his own business, and he travels for work a lot. So they've got 4 kids and she stays here and this is home and this is where family is. His work is not local at all, but he's able to work from home sometimes and he's mostly, you know, on the road. But he says, you know, he can get to the airport in an hour and he can get on the road and do his thing, and he knows that they're well provided for and safe, and that they've got support system here. And he was talking to me about, this is a home going on the market in Liberty. It's a big 5-bedroom. You'll see it coming up in the next couple of weeks. And, you know, where else are you going to own that home? You know,
Right.
like he could work closer to his office headquarters, but
Yeah.
not live like he lives now.
Exactly, and that's the thing that's crazy. Like a lot of people don't realize that the geographical area that we live in is amazing. There's been a lot of studies and things that follow a lot of cool stuff. Like from here, you can literally reach almost, 60% of the population if you have a shipping company or a warehouse
Yeah,
or something
I've
like
heard that.
which is really cool. Of the entire country, like that's probably over almost 2 million people. Or
Well, that's why we have a lot of
200 million
those like
people.
distribution plants, like Amazon coming into the area and stuff like that,
Yeah.
with, you know, with ground transport that they can get so many places from here within a day's drive.
Well, and I mean, I got friends that work for large corporations who, my one buddy Derek, he's like a bigwig for a corporation, and he covers all of the Northeast, like from here all the way over to upstate New York, Massachusetts, stuff like that. that he covers, and it's neat that his family's here, but he can cover that area still from here, so, which is cool. I mean, we're only, what is it, 6-hour drive to New York City?
6
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Jim.
You're welcome.
Are you driving there sometime soon? You know this.
No.
He's
I'm
been
looking
looking it
into
up. Yeah. He's taking
Somebody's
off.
over there.
Yeah, so I think that's really neat that, you know, within 6 hours, you could be in a lot of cool places from here. You could be to Chicago, you could be to New York City, you could be Niagara Falls,
Mhm.
like, you could be all the way down to the mountains.
Along with the affordability too, you know, the in-state colleges give the discounts rather than going out of state for college. I was so surprised to see how many colleges are in Ohio,
There's some.
you know,
So
and
many.
and the rates, like, really. I did not know. I don't know why I didn't know. Like, I think about YSU and Ohio State and like that's it. But I mean, there are so many colleges, and really affordable too compared to out-of-state rates at other colleges, and you know, with great fantastic ratings on them and things like that. As we've talked about the school report cards locally and what the local schools were doing, as I was doing some research for Joey, our next oldest, looking at colleges, I'm really pleased with what I see.
Good, well, that's important.
Good.
What do you think, Jim? It's
I mean,
good. Huh?
yeah.
Good, see?
Fantastic.
Yeah, great. Tremendous.
This
Okay.
is fun.
So not just housing costs being low, but I also want to talk about rent factors. And so not everybody's a homeowner, just either because of credit and life situations or because of personal preferences. Although it hurts my heart, not everybody wants to own a home. So if you are
Comes with
someone
a lot
who
of
has been a
responsibility.
renter or prefers to, you know, let somebody else be responsible for, you know, the major maintenance to the home, or maybe you're only going to be in the area for a couple years and you're concerned about, you know, if I move in 2 years, I don't want to have to sell a house then, so you're looking to rent. We've got a great rental house that hit the market this week in Austintown. It's on a cul-de-sac, and it's a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath ranch home with a finished basement,
It's beautiful.
big yard, attached garage, all of that, and the rent on that's $1,250. And really, as far as rent numbers go, that's on the higher side, but it's a nice house, completely redone, paint and carpet and everything. So great place for somebody to live, great location, all of that.
Here's the thing that blows my mind is you can't go too many more places in this country where your rent's under $1,500 a month.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So for our area, that rental price is high. Not too high for what the house is, but on the higher side. You know, somebody could rent for $600, $900, whatever. But where you're looking at, for that same $1,200 a month, they said that that's the average rent for the whole state of Ohio. And in the other places, what you're getting for that
Getting like
is,
apartment buildings
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. So in Columbus, for $1,200 a month, you're gonna get a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment. You're not getting first floor ranch. You're gonna be up a couple floors with a walk up or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's the average rental price there for basically an apartment. Where here you're getting great neighborhood, great schools, 4 bedrooms. You know, like
Yeah,
the works for $1,200. Like,
right.
you know, so if you are looking, a little plug on that house, if you are looking to rent something right now, of course, in addition to helping people with buying and selling homes, we do help with rentals as well. So you can give us a call or text at 330-717-2689 or online at,
KellySold.com.
that's kellysoldit.com.
JollySoldit.com.
We've got the triple, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you
I'm gonna let the
messed it up,
handsome
Cal.
and handsomer Jim
Messed up
echo.
the
I will stay out of the website from now
Alright, thank you.
on.
No, you can say it, but then let us do our thing.
Okay,
Like,
so,
like we like the way that goes.
okay,
Yeah,
so
she
I
had pointed
say
at me
it,
to
then
say
you-
it, and I was like, that's not how that's supposed to go.
Yeah,
Oh.
this isn't our system.
She was supposed to say it.
Right.
Jeez, okay. Now that I know the rules of play here. But whether you are looking to buy a home or invest in real estate or rent a home, those are all things that we'd love to help you out with. And our knowledgeable staff and our group of agents are well versed in each area. I love our dynamic team because I love the difference. You know, we've got some agents who really do know investment properties, and that's almost something that they like specialize in.
Well, they
And,
love it.
yeah.
They do it themselves. They invest in it.
They're passionate about it. Yeah.
They work with clients who do it. Like
Yes.
it's fun because it's not so personal, but then they can still they have personal experience, so it's really cool.
Right. And then we have other agents who are passionate about, helping renters and helping getting them into homes. We have other agents who are passionate about working with first-time buyers or working with somebody who's maybe at that later phase in life where they're looking to maybe move into assisted living or downsize or something like that, and they're selling their big family homes. And so we've got agents who are really niches into different things. We've got people like Jimmy coming up in the ranks, so I'm excited to see where you're going to bring us with your age group of friends, and as your age comes into the market. What are your predictions with that? Are your
unpredictable?
It'll be unpredictable.
My age group, there's
Like, we've had a way of doing
no
business for
consistency.
years.
no consistency whatsoever.
Like, when I started in real estate, Zillow didn't exist. There weren't apps. Like, you guys are so used to having all of this information right at your fingertips. I'm curious to see, like, how that will turn into develop buyers and sellers,
I mean, I'm hoping they just give me a call.
Yes.
Tell them which app to download.
Right, it's
Share
that
your
easy.
No apps, I'll do it. Just call me.
Well, so that's my question, and we'll pick this up when we come back from our break, but that's my question is, will they, even though you've had all that information at your fingertips your whole life, real estate's still going to be that relationship business where they're
I
still
really
going
hope
to
so.
need to call you, and I think it will.
I mean, I've had a few people that, they've said, we're still young to be buying houses,
Right.
but they've said, when they're ready, I'm the guy.
Yeah, and
I
the
hope so.
average age of home ownership has actually increased. We'll pick this up when we come back from our break.
Big question, though. What if I have to sneeze?
Sneeze now. We go back in for 12 minutes. You can't sneeze then.
No, because I almost did.
16 minutes, 0.59 for the 16 minutes, 59.45 seconds.
Nice.
Timing stuff out, that's just perfect.
Oh,
That's awesome.
okay. Okay. We're going to talk about your other house pick, and we're going to carry on our conversation about young buyers and the real estate business. And then we can go back in the last minute or two about the affordability. Or we can take his conversation into affordability. Or we can go affordability off of these houses.
Just let them start.
Okay, we're ready when you are, Mikey. Whatever. Welcome back to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we are talking about the affordability of the Mahoning Valley.
But we left on a cliffhanger.
Oh, cliffhangers! All right, so I was talking to handsomer, skinnier, cuter, smarter,
Younger.
hairier, younger
Jim 2.0.
Jimmy 2.0.
There you go.
And so we were talking about your generation, and it really is something that I'm anxious and excited to see, because, like I said, I'm a nerd about this stuff. But so there have been speculations over the years where people are like, oh, well, if we could just get some sort of automated lockbox that any public person could just go on some app and schedule their own appointment and use the lockbox and walk through the house, then the real estate agent could get phased out.
I'll tell you right now, I would not want someone going through my house
Right.
Neither would I.
without someone else.
Well, so there's so
That
many
I
things
trust.
to think about with that,
That's
right?
crazy
Is
to me.
there is your safety concern.
Yeah.
There is, are these people like really truly qualified and able to be purchasing? Like, you don't want just anybody off the street looking at houses. You want, as a homeowner, you want qualified real buyers
Right.
looking at houses. But then also you want a trusted advisor in this. You know, when you're making that biggest purchase of your life, you want somebody with knowledge and experience who can get all of the information, who can negotiate on your behalf. Like, some app isn't going to do that, you know, negotiate the best timeline or the best price or the best situation for you.
Right.
So those are all things that we as real estate agents, just the tip of the iceberg of things that we provide that have that personal aspect that I think can't be replaced with an app, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize, even myself before I got my license, like how much a realtor actually does.
Right? And
Throughout
you
the
grew up
transaction.
with it, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and the rules and the laws that have to be
Yeah.
abided by.
right?
Like it's crazy, and I can tell you right now, like there is so much that is involved in that. I mean, we even have to get attorneys involved, like there's so much
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
Like, you know, I've been doing this for practically 20 years, and I still, every couple of months, run into a transaction where I'm like, I did not know that, or I never saw that. You know, like,
Yeah,
all of these homes that I've sold, and there's still occasionally something like, well, let me look into that because that's a first. Like, every
That's
transaction
literally
is so
everything
different.
I see.
But I love what you said, and I think that it's true that it'll still be relationship and that they'll still want that personal need. And I actually, when I think about it, I do see that with our younger buyers now, and younger buyers now are like 21 to 27. You know, rarely do we see an 18-year-old purchasing, although I love that. I want 18-year-olds to be out there doing it.
Trying to get Jimmy to buy
I'm
something.
trying.
So,
Yeah. But what I do see is for a generation that loves their apps and loves texting and everything, I get more phone calls where they want to talk voice to voice and like talk it out and have that conversation from my younger buyers than I do from maybe somebody that's my same age that just texts me. And maybe it's because they've been through it once or twice before. They've bought or sold a house and they're just like, hey, what's going on tomorrow? Where my first time buyers are like, can you really explain what this HUD is or what this paper I'm supposed to sign
Right.
is? And I get to have a full conversation with them about what that is rather than just,
a text message.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like even in my day-to-day life, I'd rather have a phone call conversation
Really?
than text someone.
You never call me, you only text me.
Yeah, don't you guys do that
Yeah.
snap and chat stuff?
Snapchat.
Yeah, that's what I said, snap
Yeah.
and chat.
I'm gonna start calling you. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, I'll answer. Like
I'll call
I'm
you
more
in the
likely
morning.
to answer your calls than your text
He
messages.
does, he answers our calls more than our text messages, that's funny.
All right, well, let's get into some home picks of the week where we can talk about homes that young buyers may want to buy. Are these, I didn't look to see, I'm on affordability as our topic.
Can I go first? I got
Yes,
a good
please
one.
go, okay.
Alright. 12 Massachusetts Avenue, that's in Poland Schools. The current list price is $79,900. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and this is a great investment opportunity. This is a good one, I like this one.
This actually hits on both affordability and the younger buyers because the owner of this house is one of our investors who is probably, I mean, I'm guessing here, he's like 20s, 30s, you know.
Yeah.
And he has done multiple real estate transactions with us. He's a smart guy with his head on his shoulders. This is his personal residence, so
It's a cool house.
yeah, it really is.
That's a good
Okay,
deal.
go on. And it's affordable. Poland
The-
schools for $79,000.
Yeah, that's all I can say about it, like, it's that great. Those are the only 2 things you need to know about this house, like, it does have a 2-car garage, a newer roof, vinyl siding.
New paint carpet throughout.
Yep, windows, so it's really cool.
Yeah, very tastefully done.
The basement's
Neutral modern colors.
waterproofed, newer sump pump, so it's neat.
Big yard. It sits nice and far back on the street, so it almost feels more private the way that it's situated on the lot. And that Massachusetts Ave in Poland, where that's located, is great easy access. Like you're 2 minutes from the
everything.
freeways and
You're 2 minutes
turnpike
from
and
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
fantastic location and shopping and dining and all that right there too.
Mhm.
So that's Massachusetts Ave in Poland. Jimmy, what do you got?
I have 1580 1580 Tibbettswick Road in Girard. It is listed at 125.
That's a good deal too.
It is. I like that area
125
too.
on Tibbetts Way.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gorgeous. That's a good deal.
It's a beautiful house. It has a very large open front porch. So if you like sitting out on the front porch.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
He's into that.
So
You know,
yeah,
such
it's,
an
it's very
outdoorsman.
open.
That's how outdoorsy
Inviting.
as I get.
It's a bi-level. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
I really like those floor plans. I feel like I say this about every house,
You
but,
do.
I
but
like ranches
do you?
personally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I like these split level styles because I like that when you have company and you're entertaining, like I can keep a living room, dining room, kitchen clean, but where the kids play and like where the bedrooms are and stuff, I'm not a great housekeeper.
That's a good
So,
point, though, so.
Wait, man.
you know, so
This
your
might
other
be my
areas.
new favorite.
Oh, Jimmy's moving over to the
Floor
split
plan.
level floor plan.
I
with
don't
us.
want to clean everything.
But yeah, so if you have unexpected company or if you have somebody come over, generally there in those living areas, and those are like your cleaner spaces where they're not like in your bedrooms and your play areas and stuff like that on a different floor. So that's what I like about
Yeah, this house also has a pretty big backyard, so
Nice.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And what was the list at?
Hosting.
125? Like,
yeah, 125.
all that for 125. What school district is that? It's
Liberty.
Girard Mailing, but Liberty Schools. So, and Liberty Schools have been doing great. That area has been, let's talk about affordable. That area is very affordable with the easy access to both downtown Youngstown and downtown Trumbull, Warren.
Trumbull, downtown Trumbull.
Warren,
Love
thank you.
downtown Trumbull.
Remember the last time we went to downtown Trumbull?
That's actually why, you know, over
We
the
don't talk
years,
about that anymore.
Liberty has been well occupied by attorneys and doctors and things like that because of the easy access to both downtowns.
Right.
So there you go.
There you go.
Fun fact. My home pick of the week this week is 5459 Walnut Grove Circle. That is in Struthers, and this is built in 2001. This is a large ranch with a covered front porch. We're asking $239 for this house. It has a 2-car attached garage. It is almost an acre lot. Very well kept, beautiful, big open rooms, gorgeous kitchen, first floor laundry, large full basement. It's a ranch home, and that Walnut Grove Struthers area, that's a big
Beautiful.
circle, yeah, wooded and park-like setting. It's almost that Cole and Lowville border area of Struthers, so private, like,
That's very nice.
I love it back there. I was at a different house in a different neighborhood this week back there, and I drove over, and I really like love those streets and that area, so.
It reminds me of like kind of living in the hills and like being very
Yeah, I mean, it's like
foresty.
not the Mill Creek Park
Yeah.
area, but it feels parkish.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
So,
we're thinking.
Yeah,
of.
parkish, is that a word?
Sure.
It is now.
So all of these homes can be found online at kellysoldit.com.
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 Look at us, we got that down now.
So you did it right. Yeah.
If you would like to see any of these properties, give us a call. You can ask for Jimmy or any of our agents at 330-717-2689. We'd love to show you any of these properties or any home on the market for sale or for rent. And as we're talking here today about affordability, you know, everything that we mentioned with these homes, the great value in them, that's got to be one of my favorite things about the market as a whole, is really the price point and the affordability of our area.
Yeah, I mean, we are so blessed to have such access to so many great things. Not only does our area have greatness, but you're literally a 45-minute drive to Cleveland or Pittsburgh, and it's amazing the cool, fun stuff that we get to experience because
Yeah.
of that, which is very nice.
Did you see on one of the morning talk shows this week, they said that Columbiana had been voted like one of the greatest places to live in the country, like
Yeah, that was a couple
little
weeks ago.
Columbiana,
Yeah.
Ohio, yeah. So, you know, again, when they look at things like that, they're factoring in the communities and the prices and the area as a whole, and so I just love that. Anyway, if you're thinking about buying or selling this fall, you want to give us a call at 330-717-2689. We'd love to help you out with all of your real estate needs. If you have real estate related questions, as always, you can send them over to us at askkelly@kellysoldit.com. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll be back again to talk to you next week.